Tommy Oliver is the greatest Power Ranger to ever be. He's been a multitude of colors, green, white, red, and black. In Power Rangers, Tommy was the ultimate hero, the Power Ranger. But every hero has a dark side. In every universe, we make choices that affect our daily lives. But what if you took the other action? What would become of you then? Would your life be different? It's a question we all ask ourselves.
You may know me as Tommy Oliver. You may know me as the Green Ranger. But I am not the man you know. I am a man from a different reality. I conquered my Earth and became someone infinitely more powerful. I am Lord Drakkon. Now I'm coming back to this world to conquer the Power Rangers here and everywhere else, wherever and whenever they're hiding. And that's just the beginning.
The one who would come to call himself Lord Drakkon. His life as a Power Ranger began much like the Tommy we know, placed under a spell by Rita Repulsa to be her evil Green Ranger, and played out much the same up to his final climactic battle with Jason, the Red Ranger. But instead of joining the Power Rangers, Tommy fled, avoiding their pursuit, thinking they were trying to catch him, even though all they wanted to do was help him. But Rita found him first, telling him of tales of a man named Drakkon. Intrigued by this tale, Tommy rejoined Rita willingly. Rita's motto of one rule over all begins to become his. Tommy and Rita renewed their conquest of Earth. City after city fell to their combined power, and more cities fell under Rita's perversion. The Rangers were backed up against the wall. One final desperate battle took place at the command center. Jason was to receive the powers of the White Ranger. With this, he could stop Rita and Tommy. Allies, old and new, gathered to protect this power transfer. But Tommy was ready and led the assault. The battle raged, and Tommy reached the command center before the power transfer could be completed. Tommy engaged Jason in one final battle, and when that battle was over, there was a new Ranger, neither fully green nor white. Lord Drakkon was born, and the leader of the Power Rangers fell in battle. So finally Drakkon has claimed his own power. And while he did see Rita as a mother, but you know what they say about absolute power? It corrupts absolutely.
Zordon chose children for a reason. Their hope, their optimism, but also their naivete, their ability to be controlled. Eventually, though, every child realizes the truth, that their parents, for all their strengths, are incredibly flawed, that they have feet of clay, that in many ways, they hold us back. Eventually, every child realizes they must grow up.
Impossible.
You gave me these powers, Briss. It's only fitting they'd be your end. Rest now. Your time is done. I will continue what we have started.
Now Lord Drakkon would rule all. But despite that, Drakkon saw alternate realities. In all of them, Tommy Oliver was a force for good, who was beloved by his teammates for his paragon of virtue. But he was the outlier. The other universe, Tommy had faced just as much adversity, but became stronger for it. Except for him. What really makes Drakkon tick above all else is that deep down, he wants that love and adoration that Tommy has. But he doesn't want to do anything to actually earn it. Using the Power Queens, Drakkon made what was left of the Power Rangers into his army, as he spread his tyranny across the world, but some resisted. Zack and Trini led the resistance against Drakkon's rule, the Coinless as they were termed. Jason and Billy were dead, and Kimberly was brainwashed by Drakkon to serve as his Ranger Slayer. But Drakkon didn't stop with this world. He was soon to turn his attention to every reality that had a Ranger team. Everyone was going to pay for his suffering.
Then it's time to set things right. We will invade their worlds. We will tear down everything that might protect them. And then, when it's too late, when they're powerless and alone, they will realize the truth. They could have been gods.
He started by visiting the original world, and he seemingly murdered his Green Ranger counterpart.
Tommy! Tommy, it's gonna be okay. Please, please just stay with me.
It's okay, Kim. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
Tommy, wake up! You have to wake up! He's not breathing, there's no pulse! Help! We need help! Don't die! You can't die, please! Oh my god, Tommy! He's gone.
Jen, the Pink Time Force Ranger, arrived too late to warn the Mighty Morphin team of Drakkon's plan. But Zordon rallied the Rangers of different eras to survive and prevent one man from destroying the universe. So began the Shattered Grid War. Unlikely alliances were made for the sake of survival, and Lord Drakkon also murdered his Zeo and Dino Thunder counterparts. They were inferior copies after all. But despite that, he does have a heart-to-heart with Jason at the top of the power chamber, showing a slight glimpse of humanity under the monstrous exterior. The Rangers rallied to the occasion.
We stand on the edge of a great challenge. A challenge that unites us. That brings together familiar faces and total strangers. A challenge that makes fast friends and new beginnings. We have all put aside our lives for a chance to do the right thing. And so, we stand here today because we refuse to fail. Because no matter how many soldiers Drakkon creates, no matter how many powers he steals, he will never have what we do. He will never be a part of what we are. You've all been briefed. You know the plan of attack. Everyone take a moment and ready yourselves. This is a great challenge. Possibly the greatest threat any of us have ever faced. But we fight together! Whether we stand or whether we fall, we are the Power Rangers! Power Rangers!
Despite the insurmountable losses on both sides, Lord Drakkon achieved the ultimate form of power, and was able to create the perfect world where he was loved and everybody's hero. But Tommy survived. Due to the chaos energy he had absorbed on his visit to Drakkon's world, Tommy was trapped outside space and time, unable to do anything but watch as other Rangers fought and died. But when Drakkon created his perfect world, Tommy was able to taunt Drakkon enough to be set free, and he quickly freed his friends from Drakkon's mind control. Reunited, the Power Rangers confronted Lord Drakkon, with the Green Ranger engaging his evil self in one final battle.
Bow before your lord.
Tommy was able to get under Drakkon's skin, telling him that all the flaws he saw were his own doing, not anyone else's, and Drakkon could not stand the idea that his suffering was of his own doing and no one else's. Tommy destroyed Drakkon's perfect universe, but offered the tyrant one last chance at redemption, that he refused to take, as his perfect world collapsed around him. Drakkon's story did not end here, but that's a story for another time. Lord Drakkon is an interesting idea of the evil version of a beloved hero. He wants love, he wants to be adored like Tommy Oliver is, but he refuses to do anything to earn it. He wants to be the one and only. He thinks he's entitled to it. Tommy Oliver faced adversity, but despite all the hardship he triumphed. And why? Because he had his friends by his side. That's what separates Tommy from Drakkon. Love and trust is something we all need, and if you're ever down, reach out to someone who cares about you. They will listen.
See? You have something that he never had. People who love you and support you. You have a family, Tommy. Yeah, you really do. Also, you should totally listen to Alternate Future Me. She clearly knows what she's talking about.
Hey guys, it's good to see you.
You too, man. You too.